that, let me introduce myself, and today let's keep it more on a kind of introduction session to understand what are we going to see in our next couple of months on this course, so it helps everyone, okay, to understand. So this is a demo and it is not considered as a class as well. So let me okay start with the intro of this class. So going to understand that, so myself Nikhil, I have nearly 12 years of experience in IT, especially into testing. I work as a QA manager for one of the MNC, wherein I handle the complete end-to-end testing activities in my company. Under me there are a lot of test leads and testers who work on a product to make its to test that application and to make it into production. So in a simple way to say that I have around 12 years experience working as a QA manager in one of the MNC. So before we start this course, let us understand a couple of things of this course. Okay, this course is all about Selenium with Python. Okay, so what is Selenium with Python? I'm just going to explain you what is the Selenium and Python, how this is used. So please be patient for those people who already know the basics of what Selenium and Python. This class initially is for everyone. Okay, whoever comes to this class, everyone should have an understanding of what is this Selenium and Python. So making that into mind, I am going to explain you more clearly about what is Selenium, why we are using Selenium and Python, what is the course useful, for who, okay, for whom this course will be useful, and all I'm going to explain. So I'm also going to show you the syllabus wherein it helps you to understand what are we going to see for next couple of months. So in Selenium and Python, okay, so what is Selenium? Selenium is one of the automation testing tool. So before that, so you just need to understand like what kind of role that we can able to have in a company. So in a company, if anyone wants to work in a company, they may be working on different roles. They will be working on developer. They will be working as a tester. They may be working as a business, business analyst, which is into not into technical side. So there are so many roles where you have tools. You can work on tools. So I could say developer, you can be a tester, okay, you can be a BA, you can be working in tools, okay, like you can be a SAP functional tester, or you can be Salesforce. There are so many tools which are there in market, IBM tools. So you can, these are the major things that place in IT, where individual can work in IT in this rules as a major part of the IT. So what I could say out of all these things, tester is something which is more easy. I mean to say it is more easy. I mean it is not just easy in terms of work culture. It is easy to someone who is not into IT. Okay, who is not into IT or who wants to start their career in IT, or who are into a different technical side and they want to move into IT. Okay, for those people, being a tester is the best option for them. Okay, the reason why I am saying is, when you are a developer or you're a business analyst or you're working on tools, so developer is something you should have a complete knowledge on coding and programming. Okay, I'm sure that most of the people who are learning the course would not be having it. Okay, so you should be always more creative and out of box, thinking out of box. So this is a challenging field where if you are passionate about it, you can achieve it. But the thing is, like, whoever wants to come into IT, whoever wants to switch from non-IT to IT, or manual tester and switch to programming language, so who wants to have a long career in IT, okay, the best option for them is being a tester. Okay, because the thing is, tester jobs are there until you have projects. In every company you will be having tester jobs. Being a tester, you can be a QA tester, you can be automation tester, you can be a API tester, you can be into multiple different testing. It can be SDET. Okay, any role you can take up, but a tester is a role where you will have very long career. Okay, so if you want to be into business analyst, there you need to have some technical analytical knowledge to understand the business requirements and convert into the functional requirements. So this is something not suited for everyone. And tools, when you work on tools, today you work on some tool, tomorrow the tool may be migrated or it may be updated to some other tool. So you cannot guarantee a job in IT for a long time on that particular tool you are working. Got it right? Today I work on, suppose I work on a tool called UiPath, which was okay. Now that is replaced with some other tool. So that tool is nowhere existing. Very few jobs will be there. So the better option for someone, okay, who were into non-IT, wants to switch to IT, who are a manual tester and want to be a automation tester, who are starting their career. So the best option to be for such kind of people is testing. So when you are a tester, okay, when you want to achieve your career as a tester, there are two options. So okay, first you are clear, right? You are clear. Being a tester is a best option for those people which I have mentioned. So when you're a tester, then you will have to know two things. One is you can be an automation tester, okay, and you can be a manual tester. Okay, when you want to be an automation tester or manual tester, the jobs of manual tester are almost going to become zero. In the coming future, it will be zero because any company is not okay willing to hire someone who knows only manual skills. If they know automation skills to some extent, at least if these people are hired, they may be useful in the future projects, because the companies are not ready to hire. Okay, I'm not saying it is zero, but the possibility of getting manual testers job is very tough now. Okay, jobs are very less. That is the point. You can easily have your skill set, but getting job in manual testing is very rare, because every company is looking for an automation tester. So if you are automation tester come manual tester, the scope of or the possibility of getting job is more. So you should be learning automation if you want to be a tester. So this is the second challenge that you need to. So you want to be a tester for having a long career in IT. You don't know coding much. You don't know. You want to switch from non-technical to technical, or you are starting your career. Okay, for this people, for this area sector of people, okay, this is better option being a tester. And if you are a tester, if you want to have a tester, if you want to become a tester, you should know automation and manual, because only manual doesn't help you get job or to sustain long in IT career. Okay, you have 30 or 25 years of your IT career. Being in such a long career, you should be upgrading yourself every time, and companies are expecting now, okay, to be automation tester mandate. Okay, this is what the expectation of company. Every company at least asks you whether you have automation experience. Okay, if you are even applying for manual tester role, lot of companies, I would say not zero, but there are a lot of companies who are doing. Out of 100%, you can say around 90% of companies are looking. So if that is the case, yeah. So if that is the case, if you want to learn automation testing, okay, you should know. Uh, you're seeing my screen, right? So if you want to know automation testing, this is again a very basic demo session. I will not teaching anything technically, and this is not considered. Okay. I will explain also. I'll explain. Don't be so this thing. This is for someone. I already told you. Please be patient. Whoever is in the class, please be patient for some time. I will explain every point. Okay. I'll explain every question. Okay. Whatever doubts you have. So the reason I want to explain it more clearly for those people who doesn't know anything. Okay. So it's a common clause for everyone. So for 2-3 days, we will have a demo class where it is not considered. Okay. It is not considered. We will start again. Okay. Very fresh from Monday, from zero. Okay. From starting. So when you want to be an automation tester, you have again multiple options. If you want to be an automation testing, you should choose more cleverly the tool which is being accepted in a lot of companies, or every company should have that tool being used in the company. So there are so many tools in automation testing, like you have Selenium, okay, you have UFT, okay, you have test runner. There are so many tools, like you have Tosca. Okay, so this many tools, we have too many tools which are there in market where you can able to automate. Okay, you can able to automate an application. Okay, so when I say there are so many tools in application in market, which tool I should choose? So I should choose a tool which is having demand, right? Because when there is a demand in the market, if I learn that course, that helps me to get job easily, and that will sustain me for a long time. That should be the main thing or main thought of everyone who wants to be into testing, right? So I could say why Selenium is chosen by a lot of companies. There are many reasons being chosen, okay, compared to other tools. I already told you this many tools we have more number of tools as well, but this all helps us to do automation. But why we choose Selenium, okay, on top of all these tools? Because Selenium is a free tool. I could say it is an open source. Open source means the source code is open to everyone. And second thing, it is a free tool. You don't need to buy a license. When I want to buy, suppose UFT is there, I cannot download it freely. Okay, I need to buy a license. I need to go and buy a license. That means I need to pay some amount and get the software done in my system. But when it comes to Selenium, Selenium is a free tool. You can directly go and download from internet. So this helps the companies to lower their budget. See, you can do every automation task and you are not paying at all for the tool. So it helps that company, okay, or any company who is going to work with this, okay, to achieve their targets. So Selenium is the best tool that is existing because it is an open source, okay, and it is freely available. And second thing, Selenium will support multiple. See, I want to automate. So you want to automate what? You want to automate an application. Okay. If you want to automate an application, the application is what? Application is launched in web. Okay. So the application is launched in web. So how it is launched in web? It will be launched in web only when you have a browser existing, right? See, Selenium is meant for doing automation, but what is the purpose of it? It's meant for doing web application automation. Okay, that means you can automate only those applications which are launched in web. Understood, right? Which are launched in web. So that means I could say Selenium will support multiple browsers, because if I want to launch something in web, I should have browser, right? I should have Google Chrome, or I should have Mozilla Firefox, or I should have your Microsoft Edge. Whatever the browser is there, only when you have a browser you can able to launch your application, right? So multiple browser, it supports multiple browsers. It supports your Mac OS, okay, it supports your Chrome, it supports your Mozilla Firefox, okay. So it also supports your Internet Explorer, but it is not there now. Okay, there is no IE now. So why Selenium is being used? Selenium is supporting multiple browsers. It is not supporting one browser. You can only launch in this. It is supporting all the browsers. You can launch, you can work, you can automate any application. Okay, second thing, it supports multiple programming language. Okay, it supports multiple programming languages. Such as, okay, it supports multiple programming languages such as Python, Java, JavaScript, Ruby and Rails. Okay, there are so many Perl, there are so many languages like this, C#, okay, etc. So these are the languages which are existing in market. Okay, so it supports all the languages whatever mentioned here. So this will help us, okay, to choose a language whatever you need, okay, to do automation. So it's more beneficial for those people whoever wants to be into IT, because I mean to say who wants to learn automation, because it is an open source, it is supporting multiple browsers, it is supporting multiple programming languages, it supports multiple operating systems, okay, supports Selenium supports multiple operating systems such as, okay, what are operating systems? We have, this is Mac OS, is not the Mac OS, okay, we have Windows, Linux, okay, all these operating system supports. So as a free tool, if it is giving you this many benefits, why the company is not ready to use, right? The companies will be ready to use because they're getting a lot of benefit. Hello, am I audible now? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, fine. Sorry. Yeah, so we have got some basic idea of what is, okay. So we have got some basic idea what is this. Clear, right? So let us actually understand, okay, what is the use, what is the syllabus, okay, what are we going to see, what are the questions that we have, okay. So being a tester is the best job for those people who wants to switch to IT, okay, who wants to learn their career or start their career, who are into manual testing and comes to wants to switch to automation testing, okay, who are into different technologies and they want to come into programming. Because the one thing I want to tell you everyone, if you want to have a very long career in IT, okay, the only thing that you need to do is you need to learn at least one programming. If you learn at least one programming language, only then you can sustain in IT for a long time. This is the, I would say that it is not 100%, okay, but majority, okay, of the cases, if you want to sustain in long term, for long term, you should learn programming language. Because the thing is like, when you know one programming language is static, it is not changing, not much times, it upgrades, but it will not change completely. So if you know programming language, you can have some skill set ready with you till you have your IT career. Okay, so you cannot learn just tools without any IT knowledge. Okay, I want to learn Power BI, I want to learn your SAP tools, I want to learn IBM tools. Yes, they are demanding now. Tomorrow if some tool is coming, it will be replacing it. Okay, it will be replacing that tool and you have to completely switch your career. The whole tool is not existing at all. Okay, like you see, like there are some tools which are there like UiPath and all now completely been replaced by some other tools. IBM tools are being replaced. So that is again a risk career. Okay, being in IT, you have to choose smartly, you where you don't need much programming language, but you want to have at least, you want to be in IT, you want to be a tester where you have, where you don't want to write much code, but you have that particular job existing for a long time. Okay, so this is for those people, I already told you, those people who are in this category, like switching into different roles, who wants to from, who are into manual testing, doesn't know much coding and wants to be into coding. Okay, because only when you're into coding you will have some life, you will have some long career. And who are into non-technical side, you want to switch to technical side, or who are starting their career, for all those people this is the beneficial. Okay, this is the beneficial part, learning Selenium and automation testing. So now there is a question comes, okay, what is the benefit of Selenium? Benefit of learning Selenium is all about, Selenium helps us to do automation testing, which is majorly for web application testing. Okay, web application testing means you can only automate the web application. That means any application that is launched in web. Okay, like you open Google Chrome, or any browser. On top of the browser, you launch a application. Okay, you can launch anything like Flipkart you launch, or Amazon you launch. Any application that is launched on top of your browser can be automated using Selenium. Selenium has a capability to automate, okay, any application that has launched in web browser. So in fact, I could say Selenium is not just a web application tool, it's a browser automation tool. Okay, browser automation tool. That's what is mentioned. If you open the Selenium website, mentions you, okay, because it automates web application, but we can say it is a browser automation tool because it automates anything that is launched in browser. Okay, any browser. So what is the benefit of learning this automation? So why we are switching into automation testing? There are two benefits. One is the companies wants, okay, the processing should be more faster. See, when I do manual testing, okay, I'll give you a simple example of being into automation testing. Why this automation testing is much important, okay, for people who wants to, in companies. In a simple example, suppose think that I have an application. I want to launch my application. I'm developing my application. I want to launch that application in production. Okay. Suppose think that there is an e-commerce website. A company is going to build that application. Okay. The company cannot build the complete application at one go, right? What this company will do, it will build in duration wise. So if you are working in agile process, there is something called sprint. Okay. Every sprint wise, they will try to build the application. So today they'll build like 15%, then 20, 30%, then they will build 45%. Like that, they will build your application part by part. So while they are building your application, okay, you may have to test that application. As a tester, our responsibility is to test that application. So when you're testing it manually, suppose, okay, I am testing the application for 15%. I have tested. Tomorrow there is 15% more developed. Okay, I'm just giving you example. As a tester, my responsibility is to test that 15% which is developed, and on top of it, I should also test this 15% which is already developed, because I should make sure that the application is not breaking because of new code is added. Okay, so that means I should do regression testing. Regression testing means you are going to, okay, test the application, the complete application, even though the new features been added or bug fixes are happening. You are going to test the complete application in making sure that application is not breaking. So if you are developed 45%, you can only test that particular application. So you cannot test all this, the whole application you cannot test till that point, right? Because you may have, so every sprint you may have 200 test cases. 200 test cases you can test. Tomorrow again new, 200 test cases adds. Again new 200 test cases adds. So as a tester, we have a limitation to test some test cases. As a manual tester, I'm saying. But if your test cases are going on adding, you also need to test the previous, okay, working of the application, because you cannot say that if new features are adding, I'll only test that features. I cannot test, okay, only new features. I should test the whole application is not breaking because of adding new features. So if now my test cases become 1000, will it possible for a manual tester to test? Because you initially 200, then 200 added, then 200 added. So the same tester cannot test 1000 because his limit is only 200 test cases. Okay, in such case, I need a tool where it tests any number of test cases, okay, multiple times, because I should have to test multiple times. I should give quality results. I should give more efficient results. I should give faster results. Okay, I should give more timely results. Okay, bug-free results. Or I mean to say in terms of testing. Okay, all this can be achieved only when you're automate, right? Okay, because as number of test cases increase, the quality of testing would reduce if you're a manual tester, because there are so many reasons. So that is the reason the automation testing came into existence. Automation testing came into existence because majorly, if you want to test an application with more accuracy within less time, you want to test that application multiple times, because you want to test, you have multiple test cases. A tester cannot test all, okay, manually all these test cases again and again. Okay, whenever any releases comes, okay, he cannot test large amount of test cases at one go whenever required. There are so many challenges. So that way, you need to have a tool. On click of a tool, it should automate everything. Okay, so that is the reason automation testing need to exist. So it helps the companies to test quicker and faster, to test on time, to be more accurate in testing. Okay, to test as many number of times they want to test. Okay, they can just run the build whenever they want to test. They can test n number of test cases. All this can be achieved. They can provide the reportings. Okay, all these things can be achieved using automation. Understood, right? So this is a simple understanding of automation. Why automation is important. So I think everyone is clear. What is the benefit of learning Selenium and Python? I mean Selenium automation. So now there is again a question comes. Why should I learn Selenium with Python? I have Selenium with Java, Selenium with C Sharp, Selenium with, I have Ruby and Rails, C Sharp. So many things are there. Why should I learn Python? So as everyone knows or been accepted, Python is much simpler compared to Java. Python is very simple language. When I compare to Java, Java is tough compared to Python, because the reason is Python is more about I would explain again the complete course of Python. Python is more about, okay, plug and play. I would say in a simple way, plug and play. What is plug and play? In Python, everything is existing. You have so many modules which are already built in. You just need to install those, okay, install that particular plugins. I mean to say particular modules, import them in your code, and then start using it. Okay, that means the code you don't need to write much. When you come to Java, Java is something where you need to write, because Java is a pure object-oriented language. Python is not pure object-oriented. Python is both object-oriented and procedure-oriented. So, which makes Python to write the code in its own fashion. You don't need to write in a specific way. When I want to write simple, print statement in Java, I should have a class. I should have a class. Okay, but in Python, you don't need it. You can also have it, because Python supports both. So the coding is much easier compared to Python, Java. Second thing, Python can do the same automation what Java does. What is the capability of Java in order to build an application, I mean automate an application? The same capability Python also has. See, when something is doing better results with the easy code and I can easily learn that, okay, why should I choose something which is tough to me, right? Because it does the same task and it does the same task. Okay, so this is for those people where I already told you Selenium with Python is a very smart option, because there are equal job opportunities. I could say, okay, in a reality, if you say out of 100%, 50%, okay, or you can say 50% jobs are for Selenium and Java, 40% jobs are there with Selenium and Python. Okay, in reality, this is what the reality. And 10% you have into other tools, other technology like Selenium and Ruby Rails, Selenium C Sharp, Selenium, okay, JavaScript. So all these other languages combined, 10% jobs are. So 50% jobs for Selenium and Java, 40%. So there is no much difference. That means you have nearly equal opportunities in Selenium and Java and Python. And Python is much easier compared to Java, and Python can do the same automation what Java does in a simple language, in a simple code. And everyone can understand Python in easy way. You know, right? I don't need to say much difference. You can just open Naukri and just type Selenium, okay? Or you can type automation testing, comma Python, comma Selenium WebDriver. Naukri is not my website, right? You can see hundreds and thousands of jobs in Naukri, okay, with Selenium and Python. Because the reason is Selenium and Python has so much of demand in market, and there are a lot of companies who are migrating from Java to Python, because Python is not just a programming language, it is also a scripting language. Okay, it helps the automation to be more accurate and more performing compared to Java. I hope you are clear, right? whoever asks. So I would just wait for some time. I would just give you some time before I show you my syllabus, which is very important section. You need to be clear. Okay, I will be explaining you about uh, everything what I'm going to cover in the course. Before that, okay, you just ask me any doubts that you have in this whatever I told. I will give you the course syllabus now. Okay, I'll show you this course. I'll show you what are we going to see for next 2 to 3 months. Everything. Okay, what is the benefit that you are getting in this course, and you can compare this course with anyone because I'm not teaching only Selenium and Python. Okay, I will explain you. I'll explain you different between programming, scripting. Okay, there is time. Okay, no worries. Okay, whether I will teach manual testing, yes, that can be asked. You can also post your questions in the chat. Selenium with Java, I think I answered your question. Okay, uh, okay, yeah, I'll give you 2 minutes of time before I tell you the syllabus. You can please let me know if you have any questions. I'll note all the questions and I'll answer for it. Okay, yeah, I'll give you my syllabus. My syllabus is going to cover everything. Okay, I'm going to teach Python, manual testing, automation testing, okay, API testing. Just the name is Selenium and Python, but it is something which is a full stack testing, okay, which I'm going to teach. I'll show you my syllabus. Okay, you need to know basics of Python to be automation tester. You don't need to have complete knowledge of Python, but you need to have a solid basics, which I will tell you. Okay, you should know programs in order to crack interviews. Okay, so you can ask me. You can ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask me if you have any doubts. Anyone, don't be shy to ask. You can ask, no issues. Okay, no one is going to think anything. Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Rajesh.
Yeah, yeah, Rajesh.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How much actually the concepts that we need to be aware of in Python to become a Selenium automation tester? In the sense like, do we really need OOPS concepts in depth, or is it okay if we just need up to exceptions or file handling?
Okay, nice. That question will be answered. I'll tell you. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, any other questions? Any questions, please? So you are clear, right? I told you want to be a tester, you need to know automation and manual. If you want to know automation, Selenium is the best tool, and it is used by 90% of companies in the market. Out of 90%, because it is being free and it is available with multiple different terms. So a lot of companies, every company almost is using Selenium and Python. Not Python, Selenium as a testing tool. Why Selenium and Python? I told you. Okay, why automation also I told you. Okay, you so you can ask me any question. You can post your questions also. If you don't want to ask in front of everyone, you can post your questions in the chat. Okay. How much knowledge okay is required to learn Selenium? Okay, how much knowledge in Python is required? Okay, so this is the question. I'll answer you for sure. Yeah, any other questions? So you want me to show the syllabus first, then you can ask your questions, or you want to have any questions?
Hello, sir.
Show the syllabus.
Yes.
And this is Mrityunjay. So my question is, if anybody know good knowledge Selenium with Java and should learn Selenium with Python to respect of salary, or what is the benefit?
There is a lot of benefits. If you are into Selenium and Java, okay, and you want to learn Selenium and Python, so the benefit of learning Selenium and Python itself, okay, is not just helpful into automation. With Python, you can do a lot of things. You can do a automation, which is more into scripting side. You can write server scripts. You can write, which is not possible in Java. I told you, right? Something like this. You can do task automation. When you want to open a file, you want to choose something in that file, and you want to got it right, save that file in some location. You got my point, right? So this kind of automation which is required, server side automation, we say. Okay, you want to ping some IP network and you want to get something done from that, or you want to be into analytic part, or you want to be into scraping part, web scraping part. So learning Python will help you. Okay, just an upgradation after that. learning Python will help you to do multiple tasks apart from that you do a very generic automation. Because if you know Python, it also helps you to move to multiple different things. You can learn data analytics. Okay, you can be into server side automation. You can do a lot of automation tasks within your application. Okay, not just what is typical automation testing that you do in Selenium and Python. You can do a lot of other things as well. So second thing, the major benefit is Python is much simple code. Okay, you can write the same code in Java. So suppose you need 10 lines to write some kind of code in Java, you may need 2 or 3 lines to write the same implementation in Python. So which makes the user to understand easily, to write the code easily, and to reflect it easily. So you may have a more confidence in writing Python, okay, rather than to write Java. Okay, because it is equally same. You can do the same automation what you can do in Java. So there is nothing less that you can do in Python, which Java is providing. So if that is the case, learning something easy for you will help you, right? Okay, or making someone which is more comfortable to you is better, right? So I would feel like learning Selenium is more beneficial with Python, because if you are starting your career and you want to be into it, I already told you want to start your programming language. If you know Java, that's a benefit, okay, because it will be the same in Java, Python. The only thing is like syntax changes. The implementation is same. Okay, and the other way is like you can do a lot of things. You don't need to only be into the typical automation. You can learn multiple different frameworks like robot frameworks. You can do API testing. You can do backend testing. You can do a lot of things in Python. Okay.
But sir, what is the benefit in respect of salary if both have knowledge like Selenium with Java and Selenium with Python?
So boss, these two are different languages altogether. Okay, Java and Python are two different languages. So what is the benefit you can tell if there is, if you want me to say, okay, you do the same task with two different languages, what is the benefit that you get? That's better based on your comfort levels. You understood, right? See, you can do, okay, the job opportunities is one benefit. In Python and Selenium, you have equal job opportunities. Okay, job opportunities. See, something that you want to learn, the basic intention of learning something is to get job into it or to upgrade your skills, or okay, that can be useful to you in future. Okay, so the thing is like if you are learning the same task, you are learning the same thing in two different languages, what is the benefit in it? The benefit is the most comfortable thing for you, okay, which helps you to reach your aspirations. Okay, you should choose it. Got it, right? Second thing, you have to look for job opportunities. Which has job opportunities? I could say that there are equal job opportunities in Python and Java, and Python is more simpler and easy, understandable for the user, okay, who are not much into coding. Okay. Second thing, Python also helps to do, apart from your typical automation, it also helps you do a lot of other tasks, server-side automation within your scripts. Okay, integrating with different systems. This is a scripting languages, right? It is not just a programming language like Java. So apart from that, so there are so many benefits. Okay, that's up to us to decide which we can learn. You got my point, right? Up to you on a benefit level, on a comfort level. I told you the differences. If you want to learn Selenium and Java or Python, Python is much easy. Python is much understandable. Python makes you to understand and write code easily. Okay. Second thing, Python, apart from just typical automation, you can do a lot of other integrations in Python. Okay. Then Python is having equal opportunities than Java. So that's up to us to decide what is what. You got my point, right? Up to you to decide. You need to, I can say you this is what the difference. Up to you to decide which is comfort to you, which is easy to you, which helps you to have a long career. You got my point, right? Apart from salary, obviously, salary will be getting hike if you switch on the same technology also. If you switch on Python or if I switch on Java, if I switch a different company, I get equal salary. I'll get the same salary. Okay. There is no difference if you learn Selenium and Python okay, and get a different salary. If you learn Python, you will get more salary. If you learn Java, you get less salary. Not the case. The case is like when you switch a job, you will get salary. You will get hike, either in the same technology or a different technology. Okay, so the main intention is comfort level for a user, and which is easy. See, once you learn it, you will not switch it, right? So you should choose it more smartly. So I told you differences, you should understand. Yeah. Any other things? So let me quickly explain you the syllabus. Okay. I could see no one is asking, at least posting their doubts in the chat. Okay. I would show you my syllabus. The syllabus is more and more standard compared to anyone else. Okay. You can compare it anyway. I'm going to teach lot of things. Okay. Lot of things in Selenium and Python. Okay. Which can help you to completely get a understanding of, okay, Selenium. You can put an experience over here. I'll tell you what are all I'm going to provide, which helps you to, get that. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, please listen. This is very important. Okay, everyone should not be leaving the class. Should be there because this is a very important part. Okay. Yeah, let me explain you. If I show this one, there is no use, right? Initially, see, I'm going to teach you first Python programming. This is for those people who doesn't know anything. Okay, please be patient. So I'm going to teach complete Python programming, okay, which is from starting. Okay, introduction, installation, data types, conditional statement. This is an extra course which I am providing you apart from your Selenium and Python. Okay, so the syllabus is only Selenium and Python, and you see what are all there in the syllabus. You will be shocked to see, because I am going to teach everything which is required for a tester. Full stack testing I'm going to teach. Okay, so I'm going to teach Python initially, which includes your installation, data types, conditional statements, functions, object-oriented programming, file handling, exception handling. So the complete Python videos will be taught on an overview, because the course is not Python and Selenium, Python. So I'm going to teach you almost, not just overview, completely Python programming. And along with that, you will be also getting, only those people who applied or who reserved a seat in our course will be getting 170 videos of DurgaSoft. Okay? DurgaSoft 170 videos will be shared to you by DurgaSoft team online. Okay, you can please reach to them, because I'm not going to have any technical parts of it. I can just join the class like likewise how you do. Okay, so you can please reach to them. Once you register yourself, then you will be getting this 170 videos of DurgaSoft. Along with that, 7 to 10 days we will have a complete understanding of Python programming, which includes all these topics. Okay, you got my point, right? So initially we will be seeing this. Then what we will see Selenium concepts. Okay, what is Selenium concepts? Which means we are going to see something about the complete automation. Okay, how do we automate a website? What are all components of a website? How do you automate a drop down? How do you automate? See, the main intention of Selenium is what? Selenium is going to automate a web application. The companies are releasing applications, right? What you do in a company, what you do in IT company. See, the companies will work to develop an application and to test an application and to release it in market. Okay, as a tester, I should know how to test it. So what kind of applications are coming in? Most of the applications that are being launched by the companies are web applications. So you need to know how to automate web application. If you need to know how to automate web application, you need to know what are components of web. Okay, so that automation will be done in this area. Selenium concepts, where we will see how to install Selenium, what is Selenium, what is backend, how to install PyCharm, what are the different configurations. Okay, you can see locators, implicit wait, explicit wait, Windows handling, drag and drop down, frames, okay, alerts, scroll pages, capturing screenshots, Excel sheet, everything we can able to see as part of here. You may not understand it, please be patient. That's okay. But what I'm going to tell you in this section is to automate a website. Any website you can able to automate after you complete this particular section. Okay, after you complete this section, you will be able to automate everything. So first we will see Python, then we will see Selenium concepts, then what we will see? We will see frameworks. So because the intention is in companies why frameworks are used. Okay, if you go to a company, if you're looking for a job, they would ask you which framework you worked on, or tell me or explain me about your project. Okay, so they would ask you what is your project. The project will generally build on a framework, because the companies has to build a framework which helps them to organize their test cases. Selenium does not help you to organize your test cases. Selenium helps you to automate your test cases. Organizing test cases means what? Suppose I have 1000 test cases. Out of 1000 test cases, I want to prioritize, okay, only 200 test cases. I don't want to run all my 1000 test cases. I want to run only 200 test cases as my regression suite. I'm just giving you example. Okay, how do you run that only 200 test cases? So that cannot be done in Selenium. So you should know frameworks. Frameworks gives you some inbuilt methods or inbuilt structure which helps you to achieve your goals. Okay, suppose I have 1000 test cases. I want to prioritize, okay, only 50 test cases, or I want to run all the test cases in parallel. I want to parameterize my test cases, or I want to run the test cases and show the reports. All these things doesn't help in Selenium. So you need to know mandatory frameworks, because you need to organize your test cases, not just to write your test cases. You need to know how to organize your test cases, how to prioritize your test cases, how to generate reports. All these things company needs. So I'm going to teach you multiple frameworks here. I'm going to teach you unit test framework, okay, which is like JUnit in Java. So in Python you say PyTest, or you can also say PyUnit. Sorry, not PyTest. Unit test or PyUnit. Okay, PyUnit or unit test framework we are going to see. Then we will see PyTest framework, which is similar like your test engine. You know, test engine in Java. You may not know. That's okay if you don't know also. But we are going to see two frameworks. Then third framework we'll see BDD framework, BDD Cucumber, you know, right? So that we will see. Okay, so totally 3 frameworks we are going to see. Okay, not just the frameworks we'll see how exactly the framework works, what are all the inbuilt structure of the framework, how to build test cases with the framework. Along with that, we will see 2 projects which can help you to understand the complete structure, how the automation testing is done. Okay, so we'll see 3 frameworks, 1 page object model, okay, 2 projects which can give a complete overview how the automation testing runs. Okay, you got my point, right? So 3 frameworks we'll see. We see data driven framework, unit test framework, PyTest framework, BDD framework. So total 4 frameworks we'll see, 2 projects we will see, and then okay, and then 1 page object model we'll see. How the page object model is a design pattern. How do you design your proper testing, you know, flow, okay, using page classes? That I will tell you. Don't worry if you don't know anything about it, that's fine. But what is all of this will help you to automate your application in a very standard and a more professional way. Okay, so you understood, right? What are we seeing? We are seeing manual testing, Python, complete Python. We are seeing Selenium concept. We are seeing frameworks, 4 frameworks, 2 projects we are going to see. Robot framework, if I have time I will tell you, but that's not guaranteed. But most of the things, robot framework will take a lot of time. Maybe we'll see if there is any time, we'll see this robot framework. Okay, we will see the framework. I already told you the projects, where you will see what are all the different packages, folders we have. Okay, they'll ask you to explain about this framework in interview. So you should be able to explain them what are the folders, classes you have, what are the you know, different folders, what are the different projects you have, okay, how it works, okay, all these things, what are the different structure of your framework is, what each and every you know, part of that folder works, what is the use of it. All these things would be known to you once you learn this projects. Then we will see overview of Git and Jenkins. I may not show you, or I may show you in the system, but what is Git, what is Jenkins and all, I will try to explain. So what are we seeing now? Projects, 2 projects, frameworks, okay, Git, Jenkins, Python, Selenium concepts. Now it's not done it. We have API testing. So we will see API testing, both automation and manual. Okay, we'll see automation testing with API and also manual testing with Postman. So complete API testing is also being discussed. Okay, which is again extra core. See, apart from Selenium concepts and frameworks, other things which are added are extra cores the name of course is only Selenium and Python, but you're going to see a lot of other things. You're seeing API testing, you're seeing Python programming, you're seeing frameworks, you're seeing projects, we are seeing Selenium concepts. Okay, we are seeing API testing. Then we will see manual testing, which will see agile methodology, complete manual testing concepts. All these things we will discuss. We will discuss manual testing concepts, Jira, which is agile methodology, API testing, manual automation, framework, 4 frameworks, 2 projects, Git Jenkins, Selenium concepts, Python programming. Okay, all these things will be done. After that, course is done, or while the course is done, I will give you resume, sample resume. I'll give you 100 plus HR contacts. Now getting a job is tough. Okay, so I'll give you the HR contacts where you can reach people and ask them if they have opening, and you can easily get the interview schedule. Okay, I'll give you the HR contacts. I'll give you the resume, sample resume. I'll give you important interview questions which can be asked in interview. Okay, all these things will be provided by me. Okay, apart from technical things like videos and all. So whatever I commit to give, I'll be giving, and been from years I'm doing it. Okay, so you'll get a resume, you'll get contacts, you'll get important interview questions, you'll be getting frameworks, you will be getting. Okay, I'll be teaching you projects, 2 projects, 4 frameworks, Selenium concept, Python programming, API manual, API automation, manual testing, automation testing, Jira, all these things will be done. So the course duration is 40 to 45 working days. No, performance testing is the only thing that left. Full stack Python we are discussing, Selenium, testing we are discussing, except performance testing, that also I'll add it in the later case. Okay, maybe I'll be adding. Okay, I'll tell you. Got it right? Everything we have added here. Okay, except that and DB testing. DB testing overview also is possible. We'll see. So then course duration is 40 to 45 days. Weekend there is no class, as per this is the DURGASOFT JMeter we'll discuss. So 40 to 45 working days we will see. Okay, weekend there is no class. WhatsApp group I will be creating, and I'll share you the updates, materials. Okay, any updates are there, any doubt we can discuss. So this will be done only once the payment is done. After maybe few days, everyone payment is done and the batch is confirmed, then I'll be doing. So make sure the batch is confirmed sooner time. See, because until and unless batch is confirmed, I cannot start the class on an original note. Okay, this will be a demo class for few days until and unless the batch is confirmed. Okay, let's make it confirmed sooner and then we'll start our class. So recording videos will be provided every day if you miss any class. WhatsApp group will be created where we can discuss our doubts. I can share you updates, I can share you materials. Okay, weekend there is no class. Course duration is 40-45 days. The class timings will be 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay, maybe little here and there, 8:10, 8:15, 8:10 to 9:10, or 8:10 to 9:15, something like that. Okay, not much difference in terms of timings. Okay, experience 2 to 2.5 years experience. Okay, you can directly keep it. Okay, you can get course completion certificate from DURGASOFT team. Okay, and placement assistant, I'm giving you 100 plus HR contacts. Okay, where they have regular requirements. These people will have regular automation testing requirements. Okay, okay, got my point, right? Then you can keep 2 to 2.5 years experience directly from this course, because we are seeing so many things as part of it. Okay, so you can apply for multiple roles. Okay, test engineer, QA, automation test engineer, SDET and all. So now you can able to not required. So you can able to contact DURGASOFT team. This 3 numbers, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. You better have all these 5 numbers with you. Okay, you can reach to DURGASOFT team for all your other things, like you get videos or not, what you technically, when you're joining class, you're facing any technical issues, you're not able to get the link, all these things you should reach them, because I don't have any access on them. I'm just like you, I can only join the class, I can only share my screen. Okay, until and unless I get the permission from them. So I don't have any organizer authority. Okay, in terms of doing activities. Technically, you should please reach to them. Even I should reach to them for any time. That is the reason the class become late today. Okay? The class become late. Course fee and all, you can please reach to them. Okay, DURGASOFT team. So what are we discussing here? Please see again. Python programming, API testing, automation, manual. Okay, manual testing, Jira, Selenium, complete concepts. Then 4 frameworks, 2 projects, Git Jenkins overview. Then we are going to see, got it right, manual testing, okay, API testing, Jira, okay, interview questions will be shared, resume will be shared, 100 plus HR contacts will be shared, important interview questions will be shared, course duration is 40-45 working days, no weekend class, WhatsApp group is created for every day, we'll share you materials, doubts, updates in that, recording videos will be shared on everyday basis. If you miss any class, you can have experience of 2 to 2.5 years in Python and Selenium after my course is completed. The class timings are 8 to 9 a.m. Okay, there is no evening class. I'm just removing it now. It was there before. You can reach to this people, this DurgaSoft online team for all your questions and queries. Okay, any doubts? Any doubts still? Anyone?
So what about the cost fee?
That you can please ask. I cannot.
Okay. We have to reach out
I'm not
to
even
the
aware.
soft, right?
Yeah, you can reach to them. Yeah, you can reach to them. You can,
Hello, sir. Can we shift this class timing to in night time in 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. if possible?
yeah, because the thing is like right now my office has started. Okay, initially it was not done, not there, but now what happened is my office is started. So I may not be as a manager. I may have a lot of other client calls. Okay, in the night. I may have a lot of priorities which I cannot, it is not guaranteed, sometimes it changes on every day, so that is the reason I was not planning to have it in evening. The major reason is I may not be more what do you say, regular. Okay, if I take evening classes, I may take evening class. Okay, I can take evening class. The challenge is it will not be regular. Okay, it won't be regular. So sometimes I need to stop the class. I need to take few days break, maybe because of the client calls that I had. So I don't want all these things to happen on a larger scale. Sometimes we may miss 1 or 2 days, but I don't want it to happen for large days. So I want to take it in the morning section. We will close by 9 o'clock, sir, because generally the office will start at 10 o'clock, right, for everyone. So I think a lot of people are working employees. Okay, so based on their interest only, let's see. If everyone's ask is the same, let's plan it. Okay. Okay. So thank you guys. Any doubts? Any doubts? Anyone about the syllabus, codes, timings, the complete thing? This is the best syllabus you can ever get anywhere. Okay, you can go and compare it anywhere. You will be not able to get all these things taught to you within the course of the syllabus. Okay, no one will teach you all this. You can just go and compare anywhere. I'll share you this particular. You can go to DurgaSoft website and see Selenium and Python syllabus or ask them. Okay. Yeah, any doubts, anyone? Or let us close for today.
Yes, I had a doubt. In few
Yeah,
companies for backend automation, they are using Python, and for front end, they are using Java. If we switch in between the front end to backend, sorry, backend to front end, will we face any issues after this course if we move from Python to Java automation?
No scope, no scope. If you know Python, okay, if you know Python in Selenium, it will be the same in Java. The only thing is syntax change. Got my point, right?
Yeah.
If you learn Selenium, the only thing is syntax change. That's the only major difference. The other automation, what you do is the little, what you can say, the little frameworks. The frameworks will be different. Okay, however, but what I'm trying to say is like the whole concept of automation is the same. Okay, so there is no problem if you switch to Java or Python and learn Selenium. Either you switch from Java to Python or Python to Java, the same automation. Okay, the automation concepts of Selenium is same, and you will be learning the same things. Yeah. Any doubts?
Sir,
Any doubts? Anyone?
yes, sir.
Hmm?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir,
Yes.
after I completed this course, can I apply for SDET role?
Can I apply for
SDET role?
Can you type it? Can you type it in the chat? I'm not getting it actually. Can you please type in the chat? Yeah, SDET role. Yes. SDET, software developer and engineering test. Yes, you can apply for SDET role. SDET is something, it is more into technical side, okay, of testing, more into automation part, where you may be an architect or maybe contributing in development of framework. Yes, obviously. See, again, I'm saying 2 to 2.5 years experience, okay, not much. In Selenium and Python, suppose think you have 10 years or 6 years or 5 years experience. Keep other experience as manual and keep automation experience at 2 or 2.5 years. In Selenium and Python, other experience I don't care. I don't want to involve in that. So you can keep this as that much of experience, and you can easily apply for roles. And the content I'm saying is more and more and more than enough, okay, for that kind of experience. The only thing is like you need to know Python programs. This is very important. I'll share you websites. I'll share you links where you need Python programs to learn. If you know Python programs, okay, because the main intention when you go for an interview, they would ask you programs. So you should know the programs. I'll give you those questions. I'll give you important questions. I'll give you frequently asked interview questions. I'll give you websites where you can refer. All these things I'll give you. Okay, so that's a little challenge for those people who doesn't know Python at all. Okay, where you have to practice it parallelly along with the course. I'll tell you the action plan. How do we do it? Let's plan together, everyone. Try to achieve our target. Okay, before the time. Okay, within 2 months. Let's see how do we achieve it. Okay, so you can please reach to these numbers. Any of these numbers you can take. Okay, you can call to them. I could say last this two would be this one or this one. Okay, this both I think same. So reach to this. That again depends on the management. I would tell you. Okay, got it right? That's not in my hands. As many they decided to minimal. From there it starts. Okay, thank you guys. I'll share you my number and all as things goes on.